हाँ, और
कोर्ट के बाहर लगाने आवाज़ नहीं सही आ रही।
अच्छा
इधर ही लगाना,
उधर ही करना।
ट्राई करें।
Bab, yeah. The chapter about how we're supposed to be dealing with a very tender way, very polite way with orphan, with daughters, and all those who consider the weaker section of society, and those who are not, nobody pay attention to them, and how to do ihsan, doing something more than required, and be, do something which is make them happy, and maybe, for example, any kind of help which they need, and to be polite with them and humble with them, and making the dealing with them in a very, you can say, not any harsh way or something. So he quoted some ayat from Quran. First is وَخْفِضْ جَنَاحَكَ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ. This address to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. O Prophet, you must be very, very leaning. You're supposed to do, just like the birds, mother bird, when they have their small birds, the mother put just like wings on it to save and to protect and make them, for example, feel safe. So waqfil janahaka, the word is coming that to make your wings very, for example, open and available for those who are believers. Another place Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Surah Al-Kahf, وَاصْبِرْ نَفْسَكَ مَعَ الَّذِينَ يَدْعُونَ رَبَّهُمْ بِالْغَدَاةِ وَالْعَشِيِّ يُرِيدُونَ وَجْهَهُ وَلَا تَعْدُ عَيْنَاكَ عَنْهُمْ تُرِيدُ زِينَةَ الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا وَلَا تُطِعْ مَنْ أَغْفَلْنَا قَلْبَهُ عَنْ ذِكْرِنَا وَاتَّبَعَ هَوَاهُ وَكَانَ أَمْرُهُ فُرُطًا. This is also addressed to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that, O Prophet, you are supposed to hold yourself and you should be available, and your time supposed to be dedicated for those who asking Allah subhanahu, doing dua with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in morning time, in evening time, and they seek Allah's pleasure. وَلَا تَعْدُ عَيْنَاكَ عَنْهُمْ, and you should not turn your face from these people to other people, those who love to live with the decoration of dunya. Their only journey of dunya is just to make more dunya, more achievement, and they have nothing to do with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not following thing. وَلَا تُطِعْ مَنْ أَغْفَلْنَا قَلْبَهُ عَنْ ذِكْرِنَا, and you should not listen or you obey those whose heart is just like become disconnected. They are not focused. وَنَغْفَلْنَا قَلْبَهُ عَنْ ذِكْرِنَا, to remember us. وَاتَّبَعَ هَوَاهُ, and their whole journey coming under their desires. Their nafs was trying, whatever demanding, they do it. They don't care about halal and haram. They don't care about what is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asking them to do. وَكَانَ أَمْرُهُ فُرُطًا, and such kind of people always, they go to some extreme point. This is something very strange, that when a person become based on the desire, so maybe sometimes suppose a person with his desire he become polite, but it is not, he not really polite person. So when the situation changed and he is not happy with someone, so he become very arrogant. And not, for example, either extreme to this side or the extreme other side. When the Muslim's attitude should be balanced. The point is that your love and hate, al-hubb wal-bughd, it should be with the guidance of Islam. And I love something when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala love it. Even I don't like this person. Even I have some problem with this person. And I hate someone not because I hate him, but because I hate his, suppose, views or his attitude or his, you can say, just like taking Islam or something. And this, when Rasulullah SAW addressed it, it means, for example, it is addressed for us. That when the highest position holder of this ummah, Rasulullah SAW, was asked, it means, for example, we should be on the same path or same way. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He reminded Rasulullah SAW that وَوَجَدَكَ ضَالًّا فَهَدَى وَوَجَدَكَ عَائِلًا فَأَغْنَى وَوَدَّعَكَ رَبُّكَ مَا قَلَى وَلَلْآخِرَةُ خَيْرٌ لَكَ مِنَ الْأُولَى وَلَسَوْفَ يُعْطِيكَ رَبُّكَ فَتَرْضَىٰ أَلَمْ يَجِدْكَ يَتِيمًا فَآوَىٰ. Or a prophet, remember that your journey started, you lost your father even before you were born, and you lost mother, then you lost your grandfather. So your attitude with orphan supposed to be very, very gentle, very, for example, polite, very love, and kind of, for example, in a way to support and help that person. وَأَمَّا السَّائِلَ فَلَا تَنْهَرْ. Any person asking something, asking means both way. Suppose something he is asking question or begging, need help or something, فَلَا تَنْهَرْ. So don't scorn him, don't, for example, return him without saying not harsh word to him. And it not means, for example, a person, suppose maybe a person begging and he is not genuine, maybe he's just like any of us, it is his habit. So in that sense we can refuse, we cannot, we maybe stop to help him, but the bad word or abusive words should not be even for this person. وقال تعالى أريت الذي يكذب بالدين فذلك الذي يدع اليتيم ولا يحض على طعام المسكين. Do you know who are those who deny the deen, the day of judgment? فذلك الذي يدع اليتيم. This person's sign of this person who has no fear of Allah and fear accountability at the day of judgment. So what he do? He don't care about orphans and don't push, even he's not offer or not ask others to help some miskeen. Miskeen, yeah, you know, we have two categories of zakat qualified people. One is faqir. Faqir means those the person has nothing in his pocket, and miskeen the person has something but not to survive. So in that sense, the miskeen actually coming from the word just like a second. Second means that this person is just like he has no ability to move from his place or from his thing, and he just like a waiting for some kind of help and so on. عن سعد بن أبي وقاص رضي الله عنه قال كنا مع النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم 6 نفر. He said, early days of Islam, he was talking about it, that we were with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and we were 6 people, and only 6 joined Islam that time. فقال المشركون. So the chief, or they can say the elite people of Quraysh, they came to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. أطرد هؤلاء. You should, if you want to, we sit with you, we talk to you, or you are inviting us, we want to discuss with you Islam, but we need your company or your meeting point should not be with these poor people. لا يسترعون عليها. They should not come to us or sit with us. And it is humiliation for us that we, beside us, sitting one poor person. وَكُنْتُ أَنَا وَابْنُ مَسْعُودٍ. So he said, me and Ibn Mas'ud, and one person from Huzayl and Bilal, and 2 people. I'm not going to name them. فوقع في نفس رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ما شاء الله أن يقع فحدث نفسه. So Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم he was not discriminating or not rejecting them, but he said, if I ask them, I want, for example, to talk to elite and leaders of Quraysh, so better if you just keep my place empty. You don't be that time there. So he was talking about in his own mind. So then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed this ayah which said, وَلَا تَطْرُدِ الَّذِينَ يَدْعُونَ رَبَّهُم بِالْغَدَاةِ وَالْعَشِيِّ يُرِيدُونَ وَجْهَهُ. Don't turn away, don't reject those who are coming to you to meet you or to sit with you, and they are asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's help in the days and time, and they are seeking His pleasure. Yeah, many times, for example, our standard, when we talk that we need, suppose Islam, right? We need Islam back. We want to see Islam supposed to be available in our all kind of guidance, right? Islamic guidance supposed to be available for politics, for economics, for everything. We want to see Islam just like it was happened in the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And we are, suppose for example, many organizations, many movements are behind this kind of cause. And still we are not, for example, able to get it. And most of the time the Muslims, one reason is that they are not united. And second thing is that the enemies of Islam, they don't want to see Islam back. They think that Islam is threat for them. Or Islam is just like making, for example, expose them, right? So they want to see Islam just to be either limited in some ibadat, in some kind of rituals, and not, for example, going to address every situation. So anyhow, this is another topic. What is my point is here that establishing Islam, it starts from where? From where will it start, right? Very simple criteria given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Quran, how your attitude should be, the one who is seeking pleasure of Allah and the person who is not seeking pleasure of Allah. How your attitude should be. Maybe this person will be head of a state, maybe this person is a very rich person, right? But if he has no value in eye of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so he should not have a value in your eyes as well. But the person of Iman, maybe he is a very weak, maybe he is a poor, maybe he has no value. But when he is in eye of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala good, it should be our standard also. What Quran says, if you are not following this thing, فَسَوْفَ يَأْتِ اللَّهُ بِقَوْمٍ يُحِبُّهُمْ, right? If you don't follow Islam, I will bring other nation. فَهُوَ يَقَوْمٍ يُحِبُّونَهُ أَذِلَّةٍ عَلَى الْمُؤْمِنِينَ عَزِّةٍ لِلْكُفَّارِ. They will be very, very, friendly. They were very, very polite with believers, and they will be very tough on non-believers. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam Sahaba admired Muhammad Rasulullah وَالَّذِينَ مَعَهُ أَشِدَّاءُ عَلَى الْكُفَّارِ رُحَمَاءُ بَيْنَهُم. This attitude did not mean we are, suppose for example, we are hating someone. It's not the issue. But the issue is that how I welcome a person, right? So suppose I go to someone, I'm knocking the door, who is this person? Oh, can you come other time? I'm busy and so on. Maybe other person, he's a very, can say, known person, popular person, or very powerful person. He said, I want, oh, yes, you are welcome, come on. So welcome mode in our society changed, right? And we, as a Muslim, we deal with Muslim plus minister, plus rich man, plus this, right? But not as an ordinary person. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam position was that he was more closer to those who are really seeking Allah's pleasure, even they have no any position of that thing. And this is, subhanAllah, a very strange thing. Mostly the Anbiya, when they come and they invite, so their address, it starts with chief, the high decision makers of society. This is their address. Ya ayyuhal mala, oh people, oh great people, oh those who are around the circle of king and so on. Why? Because they think if the one person accepted Islam, their whole nation will join them, right? But mostly those who accept it, they are poor people. When Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam wrote a letter to Hercules, the person who took back the Roman Empire from the Persian invasion. So Rasulullah wrote him a letter to invite him to Islam, right? So he said, I need someone to confirm me who is this person, what is his history, what he says, right? So by chance Abu Sufyan was a businessman, so he was there for some business trip, and he got one person said, please come, our king actually needs some help from you. He said, okay. So he said, Abu Sufyan, I am asking some question. and you should be honest, right? And he said to other people that this person is not honest, correct him. So he said, who is more following to Prophet? Many things. So one of the question was, who is following Rasul? So he said, poor people, and from our society, our slaves, right? Those who have nothing, no value, they are following him. After all questions, Hercules said, why I asked these questions? So he said, I know that those who follow Anbiya, these people. And this is, subhanallah, yani it is a strange thing to know that why these follow. Two kind of people follow. One is poor people, second youth. Why they follow? First thing, they have no kibr, they have no arrogance, right? And second thing is that they have no hesitation, right? If I offer you something, you say, okay, what benefit is this person, sincere or not? I will get what? Even, when the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the early days when he was going to tribes in the Hajj time, right? Hajj time he was meeting tribes, those who come for Hajj. So his offer was 2 points. One thing, believe in Allah and help me, right? Stand for me. So many people say, no. The Quraysh is the chief. If they decide to do this thing, we will follow. And we cannot challenge them. So it happened that one tribe, he said, okay, I will help you, but what we will get back? He said, it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who will decide, right? He said, subhanallah, we will sacrifice our kids, right? We spend our money and other benefited. No, I don't need, right? I don't need. And who responded to it? Ansar, right? Ansar people, they said, oh, mashallah, we were listening that the Nabi is coming from Yahud. So before they join, why not we join first, right? So it is something very strange in society that people, they always deal with other people according to status, right? This person is so and so and so. But Islam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala never deal with this way. He said, who is going to be more close to me, regardless of who is this. And this is, it not means, for example, we should not care others. It's not the issue. But the issue is that our attitude should reflect that we love Iman, so we love people of Iman, whatever they are, right? And this was the Rasulullah's attitude. So, عن أبي هريرة عايذ بن عمرو المزني عن أبي هبيرة وهو من آل بيعة الرضوان أن أبا سفيان أتى على سلمان وصهيب بلال في نفر فقالوا ما أخذت سيوف الله من عدو الله ما أخذها فقال أبو بكر أتقولون هذا لشيخ قريش وسيدهم فأتى النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم فأخبره بذلك فقال يا أبا بكر لعلك أغضبتهم لئن كنت أغضبتهم لقد أغضبت ربك فأتاهم فقال يا إخوتاه أغضبتكم قال لا يغفر الله لك يا أخي. It is reported by Muslim. Abu Hurairah said, and he was the person who joined the Bayat al-Ridwan in the time of Sulh Hudaybiyah, when Rasulullah heard that Usman radiallahu anhu was assassinated or killed. So he said, okay, we came here for Umrah, but now we will go take revenge for Usman. So he did Bay'ah under the tree, which called the Shajara. So Abu Sufyan was passing by from Salman. Salman, who is Salman? Salman Farsi. Salman Farsi was a son of a chief, very noble person of Iran, but he was slave. He was caught by someone and sold as a slave. And Suhaib, Rumi, he came from Rum, brother Rum, and Bilal come from Habsha, 3 nationalities, right? In the beginning, these people represent Islamic universal message, right? And they were from the society of Quraysh and they were slave. And actually they have, mostly the Quraysh people, they were businessmen, but they have no skills. So they need, right, people of skills. Same thing would happen in our countries. Suppose this Canada bring the skilled men because they need labor, right? So it happened that when one time the foundation of Kaaba demolished, so we need to make new building. So it happened that one ship was passing by from thing, and it destroyed. So they got the good, just like a wood. So they brought it. Said, now we need a person, and we need person carpenter. Where is carpenter? So they got Suhaib Rumi or these people, right? So in that sense, for example, this is also a balance of society, that we need just like 1,000 jobs, right? One job is doing this person, other person doing. It is a balance. And most of the time, the discrimination starts when we tilt to this one or tilt to other person, and we ignore this one. Otherwise, everyone will play its position, right, in society. So these people were sitting, and Abu Sufyan passing by, and it seems to me that it happened after the Battle of Badr. So this says, فقالوا, these people, Bilal and these people said, when we were fighting with them, really we not completed our job. We should kill all the leaders of Quraysh when it happened. So Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, sometimes you know what happened, a person just in a sense of not any serious comment, but just like making a kind of issue. Oh, you are talking about the elite or the chief of the Quraysh, and you are saying they must be killed. He said this way. Abu Bakr have said, you are talking about the Sardar and Sayyid and master of the people. So then he came to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, they were talking that we should kill the chief of Quraysh when they were fighting against Islam. So I said to them this. He said, I think you actually make them angry. You did a comment which was, you can say, breaking their heart. And Abu Bakr saying that we should respect these people. We should not, let them, for example, to be killed if they are attacking Islam. So Rasul said, I think you are actually making these Bilal and Suhaib, you are making him unhappy. So Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, he realized that he was not serious, but he said just like anyway. So he went back. He said, oh brothers, if I make you angry, I am apologizing. He said, no, Allah. They said, no, we are not. But it was because Rasulullah explained to him that you should maintain your system, decorum of Islam as it is. If we can change it, so it will not make, for example, our position. Islam actually respect those who are noble people of society. Islam respect it, right? But this should not be to violate any Islamic ruling, right? Suppose a person come and that this person has a very, he has a very strong voice in his tribe, so Rasulullah respect him. But it not mean that he allow him, for example, to one person. It is reported that he was the king of a small state, and he came to Medina in the time of Umar radiallahu anhu, and he became Muslim. So he went to perform Umrah, and he has a long shroud, long. So one Bedouin person was behind him, and his foot come on the shroud of this. So he slapped him. So he broke his nose. So this person come to Umar radiallahu anhu, he said, this happened to me. He invited him. He said, did it? He said, yes. I am very respected person, and he humiliated me. He actually put foot on my shroud. He should be away from. He said, listen, whatever you are. But you now admitted that you did thing. Now there is a qasas. Either you break your nose or you give fidya, diyat, right? He said, me, I am a king and you are dealing with me. He said, listen, forget it. Islam make all together, same. All are same. If you commit this thing, you have to face. He said, give me chance. He said, okay. So next day what he did, he ran away. And he joined another, that time there was satellite states on the border of Saudi Arabia, you can say Saudi Arabia now, but Peninsula of Arabia just like a satellite of Roman Empire from the and Ghassasina, and other satellite, those who were attached to Iran, the thing. So he joined them. He became Christian. And Umar radiallahu anhu, he never cared about it. He said, if you are not, okay, but the justice will be done without discrimination. And this is one of the issues which Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam explained to us, how the Bani Israel's downfall started. When they were doing justice with poor people, right? And when the high 5% did it, so they ignore him, they just like, and it's like let him go. And this is actually one of the things which we are suffering in our societies, right? Because Islamic system should be crystal, first thing, and should be applied, and should be not seeing who is this one, who is, right? If this not happen, then the zulm, as Ibn Khaldun wrote in his book, Muqaddimat Ibn Khaldun, az-zulmu kharabun, the zulm destroy the civilizations, destroy the nation, destroy the state, right? So injustice is one of the issue which happen with discrimination. عن سهل بن سعد رضي الله عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أنا وكافل اليتيم في الجنة هكذا. He said that me and the person who is taking care, who is adopting a yatim orphan, he will be just like this. These two fingers, right, side by side, he will be with me so close in Jannah. Another hadith which says, قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ليس المسكين الذي ترده والتمرة والتمرتان ولا اللقمة ولا اللقمتان إنما المسكين الذي يتعفف. Rasulullah said, it is reported by Abu Huraira, and it is reported by Bukhari and Muslim, that the miskin is not the person who is you can give him 1 date or 2 date and he need it, but the person who is avoid to beg, he feels shy to ask people. And this is a very interesting point. The point is that 2 different kinds of guidelines given by Islam. Rich people are asked, they should help poor people. They should, right? This is their duty. Allah Rasulullah said, Quran says, وَفِي أَمْوَالِهِمْ حَقٌّ لِلسَّائِلِ وَالْمَحْرُومِ. Whatever you are earning, some portion of money actually belong to the people of those who are begging or those who are, they have nothing, right? And also, for example, he said you have to give this thing. It is one guideline. Other guideline is for poor people. Rasul said, if you are poor, right, avoid begging, right? Do your effort, whatever you survive with it, and do thing, it is good for you. But it is not allowed for rich person. He say, oh, why you are begging? You should not. No, it is not his right, right? Islam is saying to poor people, don't ask. But rich person should not use this word, oh, why you are begging? You are always coming to us and disturbing us, knocking our doors and so on. No. Your duty is to take care about this issue. Yes, if they are, for example, better, they not ask, but they ask them, you should help them. And this is the balance between society. And this is one of the very interesting point. Any society, when the poor people, they make money and they save money, right? And those who are, for example, have nots, they have not, and they are left without anything, society cannot live together. And this is the reason why Islam create muwasat. Muwasat means you take care about others, right? And you should not, for example, deal that in these societies we have elite groups of rich people, separate, right? And poor people, they have nothing to say. And then even the government, they take more care about mostly these rich people, they are exempted from taxes. And poor people, they suffer. So in that sense, the society structure become just like a one-sided. When Islam asks, so Islamic system it developed, economic system. This is the reason I always say that Islam provides we have three levels of life. One is essential, right? Essential things. So it is must be avoided, provided by the government. The second level is that we need little bit extra. Yani I have a house, but I need little bit good curtain or good material. It is okay. But the going to luxury, it is not in Islamic way. When the society become portion of part become luxury, right? One person buying everything from dunya, another person nothing, then the society become just like a ship, right? The upper level is very influential and lower people nothing. And this should be Islamic standard. If it's not maintained, then ibadat will not work. So, and another hadith, I think Rasulullah said, "As-sa'i ala al-armalati wal-miskin wal-mujahid kal-mujahid fi sabilillah." The person who is doing his effort to collect some fund for a widow, for some person miskin, so he is just like a mujahid. He is getting same reward. And this hadith is actually very important. One person came to Junaid Baghdadi. He said, "I am planning to go for Hajj." So he said, "You did Hajj before?" Yes, yes, I did it. So he said, "If I advise you better reward from other job for the other kind of deed, will you do it?" He said, "What is?" He said, "Go to help some widows, some orphans, right? Some people, those who are under heavy debt. So you will get same reward." He took a little bit time. He said, "Sheikh, I want to go for Hajj." So Junaid Baghdadi said, when you have a haram money, you will not use it for good purpose. What it means? In these days, the Hajj become a business, a journey, luxury, right? And I don't want to say these things, but I lived 15, 16 years in Mecca, and I was always meeting with the Hujjaj and so on. You can say the most of the people, they come just like a tourism, right? So their first asking is which kind of hotel, which kind of food, which kind of service, right? And the last thing, when we go to tawaf. So I am going for Mecca, for what? Just to enjoy with services there, right? And this is the reason why our Hajj become only when you see the announcement, they say, this hotel we will provide you, this thing you provide you, right? And the hadith says the time will come when the rich people will go for Hajj just to make show off. Middle class will go for business. And poor people will go to beg. And you can check it now, it's happening. So it means what? It means you are going for Hajj or Umrah. It is very good job, but it is not mandatory. Umrah is not mandatory, right? Instead of thinking, if you go to serve other purpose of deen, where Islam, Muslim or poor people can say, it will be more rewardful than you. But my name will be, I'm Haji and I'm this thinking, right? So it make me to be proud because my money may be not as it should be pure. So in that sense, the journey of taking care about others, it means, for example, when I am focusing on pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so this journey should be my journey in ibadat and also in my financial issues both, and my dealing with others, with my attitude and so on. Jazakumullah khairan. Thank you.